Ever wondered how World War II began?
Well, we're about to show you.
On the 3rd September 1939, Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain made a grave announcement.
This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock that they were prepared to withdraw their troops from Poland, the state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
For 2 days straight, the Germans bombed Liverpool. 60% of Liverpool was bombed. Blocks and dust were scattered everywhere. People had to make Anderson shelters, and if you never had a gas mask, you would get fined a couple hundred, what's equivalent to about £6,000 today.
Sir Anderson created Anderson shelters that saved a lot of lives because they are made of corrugated metal and they were used to camouflage. The shelters were built in gardens. The shelters were 6 feet high, 6 foot 6 wide and 4 foot 6 wide and 6 foot 6 in length. The shelters were free to citizens who earn less than £250 a year, but people had to pay £7 if they earned more than £250. The shelters contained a tiny letterbox, a guide to make the shelters warmer and more comfortable. No oil was brought in case it caught on fire. The toilet was a bucket in the corner. Also, 27% of London used Anderson shelters.
Blitz in Liverpool by Jobe. Who can forget that night of death when bombs were showering down? You could never ever take a breath, it gives us all a frown. We will never forget the soldiers that fought and all the people that would have been caught. We won't stop until the sun goes down. We can't stop until we get the crown. Even God's house isn't safe from his Hun. We had a hard blow, but they can't knock us out. Who bombs and destroys at the setting of the sun. That night was severe, no doubt.
The ravenous flames devour the city as anxious families huddle in fear, wondering what would remain after the brutal killing. The piercing bombs of booms, the shattering of glass, and the wailing of an air raid are all a reminder of the destruction. The unbearable smell of smoke, debris, and ashes sneakily creeps up people's noses, and then silence.
The Blitz in London. Down in the city of London, where the bombs blow up. Who can forget that night of pain, dealt out by a madman's twisted brain? Down beneath, below the heath, the people sleep very deep. Dead bodies are seen, firefighters are keen, the towers of the air raids are needing aid. And now the war is over, there is peace on the cliffs of Dover. Blood is all over the floor and bricks on every door. For our men are of steel, our women won't kneel. Helicopters fly, soldiers and people die. In 1941, women were called to do war work and posters were hung around the town saying that they finally could do war work. Before 1941, they would be told to stay home and look after the kids. With thousands of...
As a part of our International Women's Day celebrations, we learned about Noor and LIPA. Born in Moscow, Noor moved to Paris and became a children's author. Her parents were peaceful people who believed in power of kindness and music. Noor moved to the UK at the beginning of World War II, where she joined the SOE. She was parachuted into France, where she worked as a spy disrupting Nazis' plans in Europe.
Basic foods like sugar, meats, cheese and lard were rationed. People had to register with shops for a ration book. The Dig for Victory campaign encouraged people to grow their own food.
Who was Anne Frank?
Anne Frank was a Jewish girl in World War II.
She moved to Amsterdam because of Adolf Hitler's recipe.
At the age of 13, Anne went to hiding.
During her hiding, she wrote in her diary every day.
Unfortunately, after 2 years of hiding, Anne's family were found by the Nazis.
Other Van Frank's family died of typhus.
Otto Frank, her dad, was the only one left alive.
Her dad then published her diary.
Oh, okay. Suppose I don't need this newspaper anymore.
Winston Churchill was a determined, patriotic leader that won World War II for the United Kingdom. He spoke from his heart and kept up the morale of everyone. One of his quotes was, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat." He was intelligent and passionate, a strong commander who also fought in World War I, powerful and wise man that sometimes was dishonest to the other Allied forces. A persistent and dynamic leader who refused to surrender to the Nazis.
A special visitor from Australia taught us how to swing dance, which was very popular in the 1940s.
Dunkirk and the little ships. The Battle of France had not gone well. In fact, Winston Churchill had called it a colossal military disaster, so it was up to Bertrand Ramsay to come up with a plan.
Germany surrounded against Britain and France. Britain had to come up with a plan, so Bertrand Ramsay created Operation Dynamo.
Fun fact, 338,000 soldiers were saved, that's 3 out of 4. Fun fact, 933 ships were involved during the evacuation, 236 ships were lost.
We started off building our model with a base plate. Millie built the tank and Dominik built the hideout for the soldiers, while Olivia built the boat. The rest of us helped with the tank.
We hope you liked our model and learned something new. Thanks for watching.
This is a model of a Dunkirk battleship. Jamie and Harley made it. They are the official owners of the Lego model. I helped out on some parts, but the rest was their ideas.
The reason why we made this model is to get a picture of what Operation Dynamo was like.
These are the soldiers that would have fought in the war of Operation Dynamo.
We have been forced to retreat to Dunkirk from the Nazis.
The Nazi snipers are shooting now. Take cover now, take cover.
Run!
No, what about the materials? If you leave them behind, you have nothing.
At least we have soldiers.
That is true.
When the end of the war was announced, street parties were held across the country. It was the first time in 6 years that people could forget about the stresses of war.
We threw a V-Day party to celebrate what we had learned.